is a 2019 American superhero horror film directed by David Yarovsky and written by Mark Gunn, Brian Gunn, and produced by James Gunn and Kenneth Hoang. Stars Elizabeth Banks, David Denman, and Jackson A. Dunn. The plot follows Brendan Breyer, a young boy of extraterrestrial origin reared on Earth who realizes he has superpowers. Upon learning of them and being activated by a spaceship, Brandon rejects his humanity and turns to evil, opting to terrorize his hometown, including his parents. The film earned $32 million against a budget of $6 to $12 million. You've never seen this before, have you, Brad?
No, not at all. Never heard of it. And to be fair, this is the first movie in a long time where I went in not knowing anything about it. No trailers, nothing. Didn't even know it was a superhero film. Blank. Yeah. And
you were like a bullet in Alec Baldwin's gun.
Yeah.
Except active.
Yeah.
Except live.
Put there or not put there by somebody else. And did he get one or two people? I forget.
He only killed one person. He is a celebrity. I say let him off.
I guess you only need to kill one, don't you, to be a killer? So one counts, Alec. Sorry, mate.
Think about his contributions to art. Just let him off. That's what I say. Seems like a nice fella when he's not beating up journalists and screaming at his children. Yeah. Seems fine. He's an alcoholic. Leave him alone.
Still counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Went in blank. So kind of was just surprised with each step of this, to be fair. Like, it's not to say I was blown away, but I was like, fuck. Okay. He's doing bad things.
Ooh.
Oh, he's doing more bad things. It's getting really graphic now.
Ooh.
You know, I was expecting a superhero film, you know, like your standard Henry Cavill or Hugh Jackman type thing. And then this kid, what did he start with? He crushed the girl's hand at school. Spoiler alert. There's going to be lots of those.
Yeah, crushed the girl's hand.
I was like, oh, okay. Bit of teenage angst. He's going to work it out and be the good guy.
He creeped into a bedroom at night.
He did.
That was why he crushed her hand.
Hid behind the curtain, having a sneaky wank, you know?
Yeah. Normal.
Who hasn't crawled into a young woman's bedroom and jerked off on the curtains?
She was overreacting. Yep.
Wow. At least it wasn't in a pot plant or he'd be in real trouble.
Ooh.
Weinstein. And then it escalated, man. It just turned into a full-on fucking horror, and I wasn't prepared. So it was good. You know, most of the like when you watch a horror, you know what you're in for. You're like, cool, there's going to be some gore here. But I wasn't expecting gore. And so for the first time, possibly ever, I was shocked by gore.
Shocked.
It's like, fuck. All right.
When he picks that truck up and he drops his uncle and the uncle's jaw pops off.
Absolutely.
Like, holy cow, that was good.
Yeah. And it was just hanging there and he was trying to hold it in place.
And the lady's pulling the glass out of her eyeball.
That was the step that got me. Yeah. So it was kind of like mellow. I'm finding out about my powers stuff. And then when he went to kill the kid's mum, you know, it's not going to be a problem anymore. I was like, all right, maybe it'll kill her off screen or something. And then he shatters a fluorescent light bulb.
Yeah.
And the glass goes into her eyeball. And then she's like slowly pulling it out. And I was like, oh, they're going to cut away. And they didn't. They pulled it out. No. The blood squirted everywhere. Fucking, it was great. I really enjoyed that, actually. Now that I think about
Wonderful.
it. Shock horror.
Ooh.
But take a few steps back.
Didn't pull any punches, did it?
No, it didn't. It didn't. It did, however, make some weird steps of discovery into finding his superpowers, right? So he's a normal kid. Are they saying he was 12 or 13? I can't remember. And there's no sign that he's got powers or anything. You kind of don't know. He doesn't know. The parents know that he's an alien. And he's out mowing the lawns, right? And he can't get the lawnmower started. And so he gets real angry. Come on, lawnmower. And then he flings it. Like fucking like Superman would do. And it goes 1,000,000 miles into the paddock, right? And it lands on its back and the blades are spinning. Spinning at the sky. Now, for me, if I'd just learned I had, whoa, I just flung that lawnmower all the way over there.
Yeah.
I don't think my next step would be, I could shove my fucking hand in that.
Yeah, but the voices in his head from the spaceship were telling him to do it.
Yeah, okay. Touche. All right. When I watched that, I went, that's fucking stupid. No one's going to be like, oh, well, if I can throw it that far, I reckon I can fucking stop it with my hand. What if he couldn't? What if it just ripped his hand off?
Because it kind of works like a demon possession movie in the beginning, because he's like sleepwalking out to the barn and there's the red lights and he's like floating and in a trance and you're like, oh, is he possessed?
Yeah. I guess, talking about it now, it does make sense. But when I watched it, I thought, oh, that's fucking stupid. It was too big of a step and too much of a hurry.
Yeah.
You'd be worried about losing your hand, right? Like,
there are spots in the film for me where it feels like there's scenes missing. When he goes into the house, when he's stalking his auntie and he's hiding up in the top of the closet and the uncle grabs him. The uncle takes him outside and then he throws the uncle aside, pushes him over or something. He's got his mask on. And then I can't work out for the life of me why the uncle hops in the truck and starts speeding down the road. Like, where's he going all of a sudden? And plus he's got his, the girlfriend's in the house still. Why is he driving away? I don't understand why all that was happening. And it seems like there's some weird cuts in there, like there's missing parts.
Yeah, maybe. I never felt like, oh, why is he driving away? But looking back now, it wasn't that memorable, so I don't remember. I remember the kid was like up on the roof, and then when I spoke to him outside, tried to get him in the car. Yeah, I don't fucking remember. Maybe he just saw him floating and was like, I'm fucking out of here. And was the auntie ever heard from again? I don't remember. Did she die later on, or did they just leave her in bed and we never hear from her again?
Well, he kills the uncle. The auntie, apparently they were contemplating different little end scenes at the end of the film. And one of the end scenes was the auntie's got a broken arm. Her arm has been smashed. And she's got a replacement robot mechanical arm. And there's a possibility she was going to come back in the sequel as mechanical arm woman who's going to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This movie ain't getting no sequel. Seemed like a one-off.
Apparently they talk about it a bit and sort of James Gunn was saying they were going to think about it, but he was writing Suicide Squad and something else at volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy at the time. Sounds like they want to do it. It's a family affair. It's his brother and his cousin and blah 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 who wrote it.
How creepy was the kid actor? Fuck, what a weirdo.
Yeah, it's good. Little job.
Yeah, just creepy.
Well, I thought the father was really good. He was a really good actor.
Father. Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, shoots his kid in the back of the head.
Good job. He's out there talking about the birds and the bees, and then, if you kind of want to pull on it sometime, good talk.
Your penis. Good talk. Yeah.
What, now? No, not now. No. Good talk.
But then that led to the kid going to the girl's room, didn't it? Yeah, that's right.
It wasn't his fault. It was his father's fault.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's I really enjoyed how everything was reversed from Superman. Like Superman had old parents, he's got young parents. He had very kindly parents. These parents, they were talking about how their parents told them they were losers for sneaking off and fooling around and smoking drugs and stuff. Lois Lane was that little girl, I imagine, and she was like more of a captive prisoner. I think that's how it would go in the sequel. Lois Lane's trying to escape him from this, toxic relationship.
Woke.
So woke. Yeah. I kind of feel it's more realistic than Superman.
Sure, I mean, if
why
Superman,
would you go good as good?
Yeah,
you'd be like, I could push the edge here a bit, couldn't I?
You'd take the world, absolutely. Yeah. Who did he laser beam in the face? That was his dad, eh?
Yeah, shot right through his head. No, I think the boys have been watching this show.
Yeah, right. The boys. I think I enjoyed the boys more than this show.
We watched the boys together, and you didn't enjoy it.
That's what I mean. I enjoyed the boys more than this.
Oh god.
Well, no, I watched the whole first season of the boys, and then you showed me the end of season 3. Yeah. Anyway, I liked how in this he just went bad. I thought the whole third act where his mum was, they'd showed the scene where he could cut himself on the spaceship, and his mum got a bit of the spaceship, and I was like, okay, this is the end of the film. She's gonna hug him and stab him, and I fell for that whole scene. And then when the kid just goes, oh, and launches through the roof, and drops,
and face is all smashed up. Hell yeah!
Fuck yeah! This is so good. It just sort of, you have your expectations of how a Hollywood film's supposed to go, and just didn't go there. It was great.
Oh, I enjoyed the police turning up at the house too, and he just flies through the sheriff, and then he's got the girl, the lady policeman, and he's a police lady, and he's like just smashing around up through the ceiling and throwing about. He's just flying through the house again and again, smashing through all the walls. That was great.
Yeah, he's doing what you do if you had Superman's powers. Let's be fair, and you were 12 or 13. You would fuck cunts up.
Oh, yeah. That was like probably more realistic how a superpowered person like that would fight. You get the boys as well. It sort of pussies around as well, the way they fight. They kind of fly up, hit a ceiling, and bounce off a wall. Well, this guy's just smashing through the walls left, right, and center. Like, that's a lot. If you're invulnerable and you can fly as fast as he can, I mean,
That's it. Did they the mask of his? Did he make that, or did they go into how he got that? He just all of a sudden had a cool mask.
It was made out of that blanket that he had, and he was wrapped up in the spaceship, like Superman had his cape. He was wrapped up in. And he talks about wasps. He talks about wasp in the beginning, how a wasp will plant a wasp in another insect's nest and let them raise it, and then the wasp will take over. And that's kind of what he's doing on Earth.
That's what he does, mate.
Apparently, the mask was made to look similar to a wasp. I don't really pick up on that. Yeah, I guess so.
It does. It's got sort of the eyes and the needle nose. Yeah, I like it. It's good.
You're going to rate it badly now.
You know what? We're not at the rating section of the show yet. So you can just wait.
We're about the halfway point.
Jesus
Christ, how are we going to fill this shit in? Good Lord.
Fuck it, we seem to do it every week somehow. We'll go off on some tangent because, when you listen to a podcast, they're never going to stay on topic. Go off on some fucking
How is your
holiday.
gas, by the way? You're having problems with your bowels.
Not the gas in my house, but the gas from my anus.
Yes.
Well, I've now gone gluten free, and I find it's much better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, really.
Thanks for asking. I appreciate your
amazing.
concern.
Wow, I was just trying to fill in time because fuck, what else are you going to say?
Well, you picked this film, motherfucker. So
I really enjoyed it. Elizabeth Banks, she's good. Plays the part well.
She was the weakest part of the film for me, and she's the weakest part of most films that she headlines. Sorry, Elizabeth Banks. She was really good in The 40-Year-Old Virgin, where she's the slut at the bar that then gets in the hot tub and
no, she wasn't. She was the lady that worked in the bookstore.
Was she? No, yeah, she was. But then later on, she gets in the bathtub and gets herself off with the water spray. Surely.
Oh, I might watch that.
Am I misremembering that film?
What about Zack and Mary make a porno?
She's funny in it, but she's the worst part of it.
Oh,
maybe God. I just don't like her face. Yeah. I'm allowed to have an opinion. It's a podcast.
I think she's a very attractive woman, but she shouldn't be allowed to speak in public. Yeah. Did you see when she tried to roast? Yeah. Did you see when she tried to roast Steven Spielberg?
No, I didn't. And why would you roast Spielberg?
Look, she was doing some awards show in front of all the celebrity people, and she gets up there and tries to shame Steven Spielberg for not having ever had a female lead in one of his movies. And then someone yells out, "The color purple." And she goes,
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of other films you could think of. What was the BFG and all that kind of stuff, where he had female leads in his movies. And God, what an embarrassing egg on the face moment.
There's a few people in the world that are essentially untouchable, right? And are beyond mockery. And you'd think Steven Spielberg would be one of them. Though, now that I've said that, next week he's going to come out fucking drunk and, bashing some minority or something, I'm sure.
Well, the latest thing for Spielberg was that he's a climate change activist, and someone was writing up all the times he's been flying around in his private jet, and even little 10-minute trips where he could have driven for 30 minutes.
Wow. You reach a point in life where you don't need to sit in traffic, even if it's just for 30 minutes, if you have the ability to fly over it.
Yeah, but if you're shaming people for using cars and stuff like that, but then you're flying a private jet for a 20-minute trip, I mean...
Maybe it's more fuel efficient than we know.
It's
Maybe
not.
Jet fuel's come a long way.
It's definitely not. It's hundreds and thousands of tons of CO2 into the atmosphere.
Oh, God, you're one of those people.
I don't care about the planet, obviously, but
invest in lithium.
He pretends he does, but he doesn't. Virtue signal.
Well, he makes films.
And he puts women in his movies.
He does. Just look at, he married one of them. Willie Scott from Temple of Doom.
Oh, well, yeah, he forced her into captivity is what he did.
Wow. I wasn't there.
She could have been her own woman, but no. His daughter's a prostitute too. He adopted a kid and she's doing porn, working as a prostitute.
Spielberg?
Yeah.
Have you fact checked this? I don't want to get done for slander again.
I read it on the internet.
Oh, fuck, it must be true.
Yeah, apparently it's true. Yeah, she's on drugs. Yeah.
You know what Brightburn needed that it didn't have?
Prostitutes on drugs.
Rating is that and boobs. Yes. So perhaps prostitutes on drugs is boobs.
Wow.
If you want, if they wanted this film to make more money. Well, I'm not talking about that. Maybe the auntie, or, no, it did. I will shut my cake hole. because the mum that he killed in the freezer, she ended up in the
naked on the wall with the guts
in
hanging
the
out.
barn. Which, I mean, her guts were hanging out, but her boobs were there too. So I have to take that back. Boobs are boobs. All right, whether they're there in a nice way or a bad way, as long as they're there, we're happy.
I'd rather have seen Elizabeth Banks's boobs, if I'm
Would
being
you?
honest.
I don't know if
And
that's a
if
thing. You might.
possibly not mutilated.
Yeah, not mutilated.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm on the fence now that I think about it.
Do you want your steak rare or well done?
Oh.
You know? Some like it one way, others like it another.
You know, I could have done with a kabuki scene, and she just sort of walks through the door and she's just drenched. That would have been, I think it would have helped the plot.
Kabuki. Isn't that a type of like takeaway food?
Yeah. That's
Can I get three kabukis, please?
Yeah.
That'll be $12.99.
You just stand there and close your eyes and wait for it.
Kabukis to go.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a wait. You gotta wait.
So there's kabuki, or do you mean bukkake?
That sounds better. Yeah, probably meant bukkake.
Because I think the kabuki is takeaway food, and bukkake.
Hang on, I'll just rewind this, and I'll tell my joke
shot
again.
In the face.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Let's go back. I could have done with what's it called again?
Bukkake?
Yeah, I could. Oh shit! Hang on, rewind.
Okay. We're waiting. We're driving. We're in traffic here.
Yeah, I can. They're writing a script for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. You could just describe the action instead of the name if you're not sure of the name. The people are waiting. Okay. Podcasts don't do well with long silences.
Didn't you hear that?
No. Can't hear anything. Dan's gone. That's great. Welcome to the Pointless Podcast.
Okay. You didn't
Oh.
hear any of that.
No, you're sort of coming in and out, but it was kind of nice. I just had a little time to myself.
I was trying to make.
I don't know. Were you jerking off into the microphone again? We've spoken about this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think you were serious.
I mean, we got signed contracts saying that you weren't allowed to do that.
I didn't take it seriously. I just thought that was like a guideline. Like, preferably.
Masturbation is a very serious topic, my friend, and we will not cross the line anymore.
It's a beautiful and natural thing. Anyway.
You're double featuring this superhero horror film. What are you putting it with?
1979 Superman. Christopher Reeves. Gene Hackman.
So you're going clean and perfect superhero into, I guess it's the yin and the yang, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I see it.
Yeah. I'm putting the bright with the burn.
Yeah, wow. See, now you've thrown me now. I don't know.
It's a good one, isn't it?
It is a good one. I like it.
Your mind's a blank. You can't think of anything else.
All I can think of is The Thing for some reason. John Carpenter's The Thing. And they don't go together at all. But that's what I'm putting it with.
Well, it's got some pretty gross out humor in it. Horror scenes in
effects.
It. Great effects, yeah.
I want to go with that. Like, I could see that, maybe that's the next evolution of this kid. I forget his name, Brightburn. What was his name?
Brandon Breyer.
Brandon Breyer, that's it. So I think his next evolution as he gets, like he hasn't had puberty yet. So once he goes through puberty, he'll have the ability to shapeshift. So I think that'll link well into the thing. That's what I'm going with. If you're listening, James Gunn, shapeshifting ability.
Did you like that ending where he I thought the ending was cool when he brings down the plane and destroys the farm, and then the evidence is gone, and then it cuts into the YouTube guy, and he's like, "There's other people out there," and there's the underwater man.
I thought it was great.
It was cool. That's revved up for a sequel. I'm I'm in for that.
Yeah, it was very well done. The way they, like I said, they subvert your expectations and take it somewhere else. I saw all the cliches, and they sort of busted all the cliches. And that's, I like films like that. It's definitely an enjoyable romp.
It's an extremely positive review from you. I'm sure you're going to rate it poorly.
And 1.5 stars.
Enjoyed every moment of it. Very clever.
1.5 stars. The end was great. I like it was like an old 70s sci-fi where the hero dies at the end, or things are real bleak. I always kind of like those.
So on IMDb, averages out about 6.1. Someone gave it a 1. Hollywood studios have jumped the shark. Someone gave it a 4.
What?
Wasted potential. Someone gave it a 7. Terrific due to the child lead. And someone gave it an 8. He's not the hero we need or deserve. Yeah.
Odd. Okay. All right. Well, should we just get into it then?
What are you going to rate it?
No, I want to go with you first.
I rated. I went first last time.
Oh, did you? Well, I mean, I enjoyed the fact that it was so surprising for me. It wasn't, like I said, I went in blind and had a good ride. Within that ride, there were parts that, like the kid actor, I thought he could have been. I suppose looking at it now, he had to be weird because he's an alien, right?
Yeah.
But he was the major flaw to me, and your girlfriend, Mary makes a porno. What's her name again?
Elizabeth Banks.
Banks, that's it. But other than that, enjoyable ride, ups and downs, good spins, good ending. I'll give it 8 jizz wipes on a curtain out of 10. I was thinking 7.5, but we've talked about it. I've enjoyed it, and I think people should see it. So I wouldn't rate it in my greatest films of all time, but 8 out of 10 tonight.
First time I watched it, I thought, this is fantastic. I watched it again straight afterward and enjoyed it just as much the second time. It was great. I think there are scenes that it gives the information out of order. I don't think they should have shown the meteor hitting the ground in the opening scene when the parents are trying to have a baby and having infertility problems. It's sort of,
you could have kept it in the dark a bit. Well, they did. They didn't show them getting the baby out of it. They just went, here's a meteor crash, and then.
Yeah, it's kind of like by the time they they show the scene where she's getting the baby out of the spaceship, you kind of know, wow, we sort of know.
Yeah, they could have just had that flashback scene later in the film, and that was it, as she does, or she could have just described it to him.
Couple little flaws here and there, I think, but to me, I really enjoyed it. 90-minute film whizzes by. I give it 8.5 broken wrists out of 10. I think
we're almost on point there. That's we're almost touching dicks. That's great.
Yeah. Wonderful review. Yeah, it's a good film. I think we recommend it to people. Very good. We both like it.
Couple of eggs in a hanky. Shortest episode ever.
Well, that's 28 minutes and 42 seconds, according to my little stopwatch.
Yeah, perfect.
We're on about right time. Shall we knock off early and just get paid the same rate as we normally get paid and
I think
go on with our lives?
I think that's sound. I mean, I checked out mentally fucking 15 minutes ago. So
30 episodes ago? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we're hitting milestones. I have a even larger house now. I have wings in my house, and that's all
really?
thanks to this podcast.
Wow. Making tons of money.
New pool.
Mm.
Don't even use it.
Yeah, I bought a football team, and it went broke. And I brought a racehorse for $4.8 million.
Yeah, it broke its leg, I heard.
Yeah, we shot in the head last week.
I thought you named it really well. You called it Hoof-Hearted.
Yeah.
Shame. Died.
Yeah. Sounds a bit like Hoof-Hearted. It did let out quite a bit of flatulence when we shot it in the head. I probably shouldn't have been standing behind it. It was, I lost about 12 million in sports betting. And I've gotten my drug habit has kicked up to about 40 grand a day now.
Yeah, 40 grand. It's like giving Elon Musk a parking ticket, though. You know.
Yeah, and well, I'm filing for bankruptcy.
Oh, shame. So we need to do more episodes. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, you're not getting any of my money because it's well established that I think you're a cunt. Okay. So should have invested wiser. Fuck you. See you next week.
I guess.